Your Highness, Sheikh Rashid bin Hamid al-Naimi. First of all, thank you very much for accepting our invitation and sitting with us today, and it's a pleasure to have you. Your Highness, as a member of the Ajman ruling family and the chairman of the municipality and planning department in Ajman, who has played a major role, a big role in the Ajman's urban planning. Now, I would like to ask you, where do you see as a model city to you? And how do you see Ajman moving towards those goals in becoming a model city?
First of all, thank you, Yunus, for your visit, you and your team today, and we thank Dubai Media for this interview. Ajman is a city part of the United Arab Emirates, where we have launched our vision, Ajman 2021, that goes in line with the vision of the United Arab Emirates. The most important part of our vision is there are three main components: happy society, green economy, and strong engagement between the government and the citizens. So based on this, we have worked on very important pillars that are used to have a stronger platform for the future of the Emirate of Ajman. One of the main pillars is technology and innovation. You would not be able to grow your city, attract more residents, without using better technology in government processes. Today, a big chunk of our government day-to-day processes are all fully automated. And we've done a lot of programs for all citizens, for children, for elderly, for families, and it had paid off. Seriously, people are, we get feedback, we got very positive feedback. We've concentrated on quality of life, where we want every resident in the Emirate of Ajman to have good quality of life. Quality of life comes with education. Ajman was a pioneer in private education. We have established the first private university in the United Arab Emirates. We have a very big number of new healthcare facilities. We have added a good number of healthcare facilities spread around the Emirate to serve the residents. So this is just a small brief on our plans for our model city, and we're always hands-on, engaged with the citizens to plan our future together.
What is the biggest challenge, or maybe the biggest challenges? Of course, it's not going to be a single challenge, I believe, that you usually face, and how do you overcome them?
Every challenge you'd be able to overcome it with proper planning, with the support of the government, in participation with the citizens. There are loads of ways to overcome. There is one challenge that we are able to overcome, but it takes too long. This is the culture change. We have faced it a good number of times with our citizens. In 2017, we've introduced our online rent attestation contracts. And we have faced challenges where people want to continue on the previous way, the conventional way. We had queues. There were a lot. Ajman grew, more buildings, more units, and you cannot just keep on expanding your service centers. So we have enforced it. I remember it was October 2017. So you were not allowed to attest a contract manually or through the conventional way. It has to be online. Now, convincing the landlords, the tenants to do it online was very challenging. We faced a very challenging 6 to 8 months to register, to have them get used to the online system. Not a lot have the skills to use these systems. Today we are November 2019. I tell you, if you ask anyone to go back to the conventional way, they would not accept that.
What are your long-term goals in decreasing the carbon footprint and increasing the green landscape of the city of Ajman?
We want every citizen, every business to be growing in the Emirate of Ajman, and on the other hand, having the least emissions and pollution towards the environment. How can this be done? On the residents' side, we have introduced a new building code, and it's always under improvement. We've introduced a new orientation of houses to save more power. We've introduced new paints, new quality of glass, new quality of bricks in building these houses. One of the main areas also is the water usage. Today, most of the water that is connected to households is coming through our desalination facilities. We want to rely less on the desalination facilities that has emissions. We have introduced new grey water systems within the households to reuse the water within the house for irrigation. So if you take the result of these efforts, I believe we would have a very good result on the long run on the carbon footprint of the Emirate of Ajman.
Your Highness, what makes you happy and proud at the end of any day, or probably at the end of a working day?
Well, the happiest moment I personally have is when I see my father giving me a very good smile and thanking me for a project that we have done, or for a initiative that has been done by the municipality that has made him happy. He has got positive feedback from the residents in the Emirate of Ajman. I believe this is the biggest achievement. His Highness' satisfaction on my work is my biggest achievement.
Your Highness, on social media we see that you're a very active person. Let's become a bit personal now, Your Highness. Doing various sports like cycling, trekking, skiing, horseback riding, of course, falconry. How do you make the time for this?
I have a personal belief that you would not be able to work with high productivity without good health in parallel. So my main motivation in doing sports is being a better person tomorrow to achieve more at work. By doing sports, you learn better communication skills, teamwork, listening to instructors. When you are at a very high managerial position, you're always the instructor to your team. You might be at a very high position, but when you go to play a sport, okay, and you get a coach, whoever the coach is, he is your instructor. So you have to listen to this instructor. By looking at the communication skills, this also helps me communicating with my team. We do sports with friends, we do sports with colleagues. I believe it gives synergy between colleagues, friends, and it all benefits to more productivity better appetite for work, more motivation. You have an incentive. You want to work harder, and it's relief also. Pressure of work, you relieve it when doing sports, as long as you win. Because if you don't win, it just makes it worse.
The 2nd of December is almost upon us. Is there anything you would like to tell our viewers or people in general?
I say Alhamdulillah that I am an Emirati. I lived a great era of time. We've seen all these developments that have happened in the United Arab Emirates. I feel very happy in seeing the future of the United Arab Emirates, how our government, under the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, how they're planning the future of the United Arab Emirates. It's very optimistic. We have an astronaut that went to the space station. We are working. We have a nuclear power plant that's in the final stages. There is a lot of investment in the UAE locals, in the residents of the United Arab Emirates. So being part of this nation just gives us pride, and we know that our children are going to be in a well-developed country, a very advanced country. And I just hope that we, as the young generation today, can contribute to this development and take it from a level to the other for the next generation to come and take it to higher levels, inshallah.